Day 29 of Wrinkles Life. How are you today? Happy, terrific Tuesday. And may you have consistently done the positive things that you set yourself to do. I am Arms, an income diversification strategist, and my mission is making people live better. So, yesterday we start reading about the book of Bo Sanchez, Don't Worry, Be Happy. And remember, it reminds us to remember our greatness and laugh with God. So today, yung tanong is, do you want to be extremely happy? So we'll proceed with the readings of his book. So the question is, do you want to be extremely happy? Of course, I know you want that. Filipinos are already a happy bunch of people, and we're so funny. So just check out the Only in the Philippines humor that Bo picked up in various emails he received. So, there's a bakery called Bread Pit. There's a store selling banana fritters called Maruya Curry. There is a water engineering firm called Christopher Plumbing. A boutique called The Way We Were. An eatery serving in Cainta called Kentucky Fried Chicken. A 24-hour eatery called Doris Day and Night. There's a dressmaker called Elizabeth Tailoring. And a barbershop named Felix the Cat. In Baguio, there's also a flower shop called Petal Attraction. And we are also easily laughed at our mistakes. There is also yung sa mga nakapaskil na ads, ito yon. Wanted boy waitress. In Pampanga, there is a store has design we make modern antique furnitures. And an eatery in Quezon City, there is one called Wanted Waiter Cashier Washer. Seen in a house in Haro, Iloilo, house for rent, fully furnished. And in Cebu, a store advertises we have soft drink in can and in bottle. So, Filipinos always rank high in surveys of happiness around the world. So, for example, Survey Research Hong Kong says that 94% of Filipinos indicated that they were happy. So, ganun tayo. That's astounding when you compare this to the rest of the world. In the US, 2/3 say that they're not happy. In Japan, 30% claim that they're miserable, despite the fact that they earn 5 times more than Filipinos. So, why another book of happiness? But friends, this is not a book of happiness. This book is on achieving our dreams and enjoying great happiness along the way. This book is not about settling with okay. This is not about being mildly contented with life. This is about receiving all the life that has to offer, of sucking the bone marrow of life and dreaming big, living to the max of reaching for the stars. Is this possible? Of course, yes, it is possible, diba? So, the 7 secrets of extreme happiness. So, Cebu, after sifting through the hundreds of thousand people sa kanyang archive of his brain, he asked more difficult questions. What is common among them? So he came up with these 7 great things he see in extremely happy people. So ito yon. Number 1, because he called this 7 secrets of extreme happiness. Happy people create their destiny. Second, happy people like themselves a lot. Third, happy people nurture connections. Fourth, happy people find delight everywhere. 6, happy people trust deeply. And 7, happy people work their purpose daily. But before we can explain the 7 keys of happiness, we need to know the major reason why many people are unhappy today. Sad to say, there are many people who are unhappy that surrounds us. The enemy of happiness. The enemy of happiness is not sadness, it's not problems, it's not loneliness. The enemy of happiness is fear. We run our lives by fear. In Dan Baker's excellent book, Why Happy People Know, he explained about our body's circuitry is wired to fear. Our brains have 3 parts: the brainstem, the amygdala, and the neocortex. The more primitive parts of our brain, the brainstem, also called the reptilian brain, because reptiles have this for brains, and amygdala are programmed for fear. Why? Our ancestors needed fear for their physical survival. Imagine yourselves living in the wilderness with lions, wolves, and cobras around you. Danger lurks behind every tree and shadow. Once their brains register fear, the endocrine glands produce fear hormones called adrenaline and cortisol. It gave them super strength for fight or flight. And in fighting or fleeing, they exhaust the adrenaline and cortisol in their bodies. Well and good. But about us, who usually sit behind desks and work on computers, ano yung mangyayari sa atin? We still have the same fear mechanism. But this time, we are no longer afraid of lions or cobras behind every tree. We're afraid of our rising credit card bills. We're afraid of our boss, of losing our jobs, for our children, what will happen to their future. We're afraid that at 35, we'll no longer get married. We're afraid we'll grow lonely. We're afraid we'll run out of money. We're afraid of social rejection. We're afraid of social shame and losing face. And we're afraid of disease. And these fears are so real. Totoo naman to lahat, di ba? So our endocrine glands produce adrenaline and cortisol as well. But because we're seated behind our desk, pounding on our computers, we really don't use up any of it. Adrenaline and cortisol become poison in our body, destroying our health bit by bit. Thus, very few people are happy. So, if we want to be happy, we need to overcome our fear. So how? The only antidote to fear is this. So, Bo Sanchez says, 20 years ago, a friend gave me a book about facing fear. My arrogant response was, thanks for the book, but frankly, I don't need, I need it. If you know Bo Sanchez, I don't know why, but fear is not a problem for me. I don't have any fears. 10 years later, I ate my words. Because after a deep soul search, I realized how my life was run by many fears. Many of the things I was doing, I did because of fear. I feared what other people said about me. I feared failure. I feared angry people. I feared about not having enough. In my life, I discovered that there is only one thing that can overcome fear. There is only one thing that is more powerful than fear. The only antidote to fear is love. When you fill your life with love, your fears naturally disappear. Hi na Cynthia. Hi Rookie. Good evening. I'm talking about a love for God, a love for others, and a love for ourselves, and a love for life itself. So, the Bible says, perfect love casts out all fear. I'm talking about a love of God. In fact, remember the 7 secrets of happiness I mentioned earlier? Every single one of them is really a facet of love, and each tool can drive away a specific fear in our life. Once our fears are gone, happiness will flood in our soul. So happiness is a byproduct, not the product. So let me share with you my first important discovery. These extremely happy people did not become happy because they search happiness. They never took on a life project titled, My goal in life is to be happy. Instead, happiness was a byproduct of their search for something else. And what is that something else? At the end of the day, it's love. In whatever manifestation we seek it. And the 7 secrets of happiness, in whatever manifestation we seek. Hi Joe, good evening. There are many more. Of course, we have more for this. And if you have these 7 secrets in your life, you don't look for happiness. Happiness comes looking for you. You don't find happiness, happiness find you. So, that is for tonight. Thank you for being here with me on Wrinkles Live Day 29. And to those who would be watching on replays. Anyways, I have a question for you. Would you want to own your own time and work anywhere you want? For those who are open for an opportunity, we have our business online opportunity tomorrow. That is Wednesday, March 13 at 9 p.m. If you are interested to be part of this and to know more about it, see if it is a fit for you or not. Join us and ask questions if you would be with us. So, thank you once again. Good day, good night, and tomorrow on Wrinkles Live Day 30, we would start on secret number 1 of finding our happiness, and that is happy people create their destiny. And the part 1 of it is focus not only on your disability, focus on your dreams. So, see you tomorrow on Wrinkles Live Day 30 and be on our business online presentation at 9 p.m. Have a blessed night, everyone, and happy, terrific Tuesday.